and welcome to our channel. My name is Tracy. Chloe's out watching Scooby-Doo. Bandit's somewhere in those pillows, and Toby's right here behind me. There's that handsome boy. Look at him. And if you're new, welcome. Thanks so much for checking us out. And if you're returning, thanks so much for being a part of our YouTube family. So today I'm going to do just do some makeup. I already have on my foundation, so I did use the LYS Serum Primer. So this is a serum and a primer in one. It's very lightweight, goes on very nice like a serum. So as far as how it feels on, it feels really good on. It's evening, so after I do this, I'm going to take the makeup off. So, I can't really tell you how it does for lasting, but I do like that it's a 2-in-1 product. So as a primer, I'm hoping it works well. It's again very lightweight, thin. It's not thick like the Professional, but it does have a serum in it, which I do like a good 2-for-1. For my foundation, I used by Tracey. I had gotten this in BoxyCharm some time back. Oh, my nails are hideous. This is the Paradise Island Beige, and this just goes on so easy. So it's a refillable stick, and it just goes on super easy. And then I use a brush, but there is like a little sponge on there that you can just kind of buff it in if you wanted to use that. I don't tend to use the sponges on the ends of these only because they're so hard to get clean. So, that's the only downfall of that. For the contouring, I used this Tracey in Brazilian Bronze. Okay. This, again, it's a refillable stick. So it goes on like that. With this one, I do use the brush on the bottom because it is easier to clean, although it does need to be cleaned. And then I just buffed it in to get a little bit of contouring. All right, so today I'm going to use the new Huda palette that I got in my Boxy Premium, and that's the Mercury Retrograde. Right, yes, Mercury Retrograde palette. Right here. And I am also going to use some other things that I've gotten from other boxes. So I'm going to use the Sophia and Mabel Brunch Bar Cheeks. This is a, not liquid, but not powder. I am going to use the Fenty Beauty from BoxyCharm, only because I have no idea right at this moment where the one from my FabFitFun is. So this is the How Many Carats, and this is gorgeous, and they both are gorgeous. The LYS bronzer. This is in the shade Harmony. This is the No Limits matte bronzer. This is a medium shade, but it works perfectly. I'm going to use the Kosas Brow Gel in Honey Blonde. By Mented, I'm going to use this Blood Orange Lippy. I want to say that this came in glossy box, but I could be wrong. My Tarte Shape Tape for under eye. And then my Pure Fully Charged Magnet Mascara. I know I've talked about this before. It's a nice mascara. I kind of expected like boom, but it's still a nice mascara. Okay, so I wanted to show you what I was going to use in case I forget to tell you, because I also like to use this as kind of like story time. So I may forget. All right, so I have these cards. They're called Base Camp cards, and then they have like little subjects on them. So I just grabbed one out and thought, well, this might be like a good conversation starter. So this one said, what is the story behind one of your scars? All right, these are so cute too. I mean, and they're playing cards, but then they also have questions on them. And I'd gotten this from TheraBox in the past. And I usually keep these in my office in case I have a new client who's maybe like having a hard time trying to figure out what they want to talk about. It's a nice way to kind of just start conversation. All right. So, I have a scar. It's kind of hard to see, but it's right there. And, growing up, I lived on a one-way street in a very, very small town in Connecticut. And there was only a handful of houses. It was a dead-end road. There was only a handful of houses, maybe like 5 or 6 houses in our on our street. And to get to like any other street, you would have to go out on a main road. So, you know, typically when we were younger, we didn't really you know, go that far from home. So so there was a little boy about a year or 2 younger than me, and then another little boy, maybe I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years younger than me, on the street. So we didn't have a lot of money growing up. So I didn't get a bike until I was probably around 11 or 12. So this was my first bike riding experience. And I had, so back in the late 70s, Huffy was the bike to have. And somehow, some way, my mom got her hands on a pink Huffy. And that was just like the bike. I mean, that was just the bike to have. So I was so excited. And so they taught me how to ride it. Again, I'm only like 11 or 12 at this point where they're teaching me how to ride a bike. But I mean, we just didn't have one, couldn't afford one before that. So, so I'm riding this bike, and finally, you know, just on my street, the training wheels come off, and the chain had kept snapping on the bicycle. So my neighbor, again, like a year or 2 younger than me, fixes the chain. And at my age, I think that's a fantastic idea, right? No, it's not. It's not. You don't have like a 10-year-old or an 8-year-old fix your bike chain. So he and the other boy had come up with some bike club that, you know, I had to get into. And the way that his driveway was set up, he had like the driveway was kind of like cut in, and then there was like a big wall on either side, and then there was like a rock wall. So it was quite, you know, it started off quite steep and then went all the way down. And so on this side of the hill, there were like fir trees. So in order to get into the bike club, I had to ride my bike in between the trees and this canyon, basically, this canyon driveway. All right. So I'm riding down the canyon driveway, and the chain snaps, and the bike goes out of control. And, oh, I'm going to start with that brown right there. And I go right over the handlebars. I mean, I flipped over the handlebars, passed out, and landed in the driveway. Now, luckily, it was maybe where it was only like a foot or 2 high at that point. So luckily it wasn't like at the point where it was really, really high, or I probably wouldn't be here right now telling you these stories. So I land on my face. That's why I'm so beautiful now. It's a joke. So I land on my face and I don't really feel anything. You know, I'm kind of in shock. And the two boys look at me with this absolute horror on their face. Like, just, they were terrified. And of course, I don't know what they're terrified. Like, I don't know. And they're covering their mouth. So I put my hand to my mouth, and when I took it off, there was just blood everywhere. Well, the force of the blow, when I landed on my face, I had a scratch from here to here, like a cut, a big cut from here to here, and my front tooth popped out. So, you know, and that's an adult tooth. It was not it was a secondary tooth, not a first tooth. So my stepfather, who I didn't really get along with, but he had the foresight to tell the boys, go out and find that tooth. So they did. They went out. So I use this on the inner corner right here. And I'm going to use, let's be fun. Let's be fun. I'm going to go with this mat next. So they go out and they find the tooth, and I get rushed to the dentist. I don't know how that happened, because while they're looking for my tooth, I am standing in front of the bathroom mirror, staring at myself in horror, and now the pain hits. So now I'm crying, I'm in pain. It was absolutely horrific. And so they bring me to the dentist's office, and what they do, if this happens, just a little FYI, is they take that sucker and they shove it right back in. Now that didn't hurt coming out, but going back in, oh baby, that hurt. All right, now I'm going to go with a purple right here, that one. And so, yeah, that was quite unpleasant, if I do say so. I would not recommend that at all to anybody. And so the cut scabbed up, and underneath my nose, it was quite a big blood clot. Like, it covered about half of my nostril. So, all right, I'm going to take this one because it's got a shift, and I'm going to go over the whole eye with it. So anyway, by this point, it's healing up, and I don't know. I don't know if I had a cold or some allergies or what was going on, but one day I blew my nose and the whole scab came off. So that left me with a scar right above my lip. And that is the story of my scar. All right, so I did take this, which has a nice shift in it. I went over the entire eye, and then I went just on the brow bone. And then I'm going to take this light pink matte, and I'm just going to kind of go, oh, that is not as light as I thought, but that's all right. That's all right. I got it. Yeah. So that's the story of my scar. Another scar right there, but it's not very exciting. That's just an acne scar. So I had very oily skin as a teenager. And had a lot of acne. All right, so I'm just taking the one with the shift and just kind of putting that over the eye, just for a little extra sparkle. Any other scars? I don't don't know that I have any other scars. I think those are them for the most part. All right, I got this Complex Culture dual-ended pencil, so I'm going to use that for the eyeliner. So I'll be right back because I can't do this and talk to you guys like I have to be like down here in the mirror. All right, so I put on the eyeliner and now I have this mascara. So I don't know, do you guys have any scars, any good scar stories? I don't have to write them below, but you know, just tell me if you've got any good scar stories. If you have a YouTube channel, I know a few of you out there do, you know, maybe share your scar stories, if you're comfortable with it. I'm comfortable with that. It's not particularly personal. It's not particularly exciting. But, yeah. All right, so I'm using that Magnet mascara. And like I said, it is a very nice mascara. I guess I just kind of, I don't know. I guess it's better when you don't get it all over your face, right? Let's see. I don't have any other scars that I can think of. I do have a couple of tattoos. So my first tattoo, and by couple I do mean two, that's all I have. My first tattoo I got, what year was it? I want to say it was 94. So my aunt, my father's sister, had breast cancer that came back in her liver. And, you know, I was pretty close with my aunt. Like, I don't know, I just felt close with her. Like, I could talk to her. She was kind of a free spirit, easy to talk to. And so I took it pretty hard when she passed away. You know, we had just been to visit her. She had lived in New Hampshire. And she had a whole thing of, she was a wildlife rehabilitationist. So she had like this big, I don't know what you call it, but she had doves in it, an aviary, I guess. I don't really know. But yeah, so she had these, this whole thing of doves in there that had been released at a winter wedding. And so they were not doing well. So she had been called in and had rescued them and was nursing them back to health to release when the summer came. And she always told me how much she loved those doves and how sad she was that, you know, people would do something like that, not really thinking. So when she passed away, I got a dove just on my shoulders, just a small little thing. And now it's kind of like faded out. And my husband's always like, why don't you get that redone? And I'm like, because it hurt too much. And I don't want to go through that again. I'm old now. You know, I was like 18 back then. I'm over 50 now. I'm not in for that kind of pain. All right, so there is the Magnet mascara. Let me know what you think. Like I said, I think it does a nice job. I guess I just expected more like more wow, but it's very nice. Like, it's a very nice everyday. It's certainly a nice going out. It's not shabby at all. I guess I just expected, I think I expected more for it to look like false eyelashes, like really big. But it is a nice big, like, you know, I mean, I would certainly recommend, like, I have gotten like several of these and I have given them away in as gifts and in giveaways because it is a very nice mascara. All right, well, that is my look with the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde. You can make so many looks with this because there are so many great colors in there. Again, I was so torn between what to use. There are these, you know, there's this great blue, which has like a purple shift in it right there. Yeah, there's just so many great colors. This like coppery one that almost has like a rose gold shift to it. So, and it's so creamy. Like if you have the opportunity to get this, I mean, I know it's expensive, but if you, I know Stacy got hers for 50% off. So if you have an opportunity to pick this up on a sale price, and you're looking for something you can create a ton of looks with, this is a really good one. They are going to be bolder looks. They're not going to be your neutral looks. Again, this is kind of a bold look for me. But, you know, I'm just going to bed. So, no, I would wear this out. I mean, I don't think, I would probably even wear this to work. So, you know, I would definitely wear this look out. But you could go really bold with it. I mean, if you wanted to really play up the colors, and just go in like with your finger, I mean, we could definitely get even more color out of this just by kind of going in and kind of playing with it. And I, you know, I'm not good with that whole wingtip look, particularly with, I know there's like tapes and stuff like that you can use. This is all kind of, you know, new-ish to me. I know at this age, but you know, I'm used to the makeup that I grew up with, which was not at all as fun as this. I mean, we certainly had fun colors, but it wasn't creamy like this. There wasn't like the brushes. It was just like a little, like a sponge top, little tiny applicator that basically, like, you know, after a short period of time, it was donezo. It was not, you know, wasn't doing much. You might as well just grab a Q-tip out. So I could just throw some of this blue in right there. Let's see. Let's throw some of this silvery, purpley one in. Ooh, that's glittery. Now that's a little more glittery than I can even see this on the camera. That's how I can see this from space, I think. But again, you know, it just all depends upon what, you know, how much fun you want to have with it, where you're going, what you're doing. I mean, if I were like, you know, Casey and I went to music festivals, this would certainly be a great look for that. Oh, here comes trouble. Yep, there's trouble right there. But, yeah, so it just depends upon kind of, you know, what kind of look you're going for, where you're going, and, you know, how much you want to play up the colors in here. But there are some great fun colors. So I just kind of played up some of the colors there to kind of show you versus more of what would be an everyday look for me. All right. Well, thanks so much for tuning in and checking out me and Squid Woman back there. Say it, don't spray it, kiddo. Let me know your thoughts. And if
woman.
you like,
what?
Squid Man or Squid Woman?
Squid Woman.
Isn't that what I said?
Yeah.
Okay.
I accidentally said that.
Okay. All right. Let me know if this is the kind of content you like, and we'll certainly do more of it. If you just want me to talk less about me and just do the makeup, I can do that.
Or we could just talk about the squid hat.
Or we could talk about the squid hat if you really
I'm
like.
Squid child.
And
Squid
yeah, let me know your thoughts. All right, thanks so much, and please consider hitting that like, subscribe, and notification bell, and hopefully I'll see you soon. All right, I was so busy talking, I forgot to put on the eyebrow gel. So I did put the eyebrow Gel on. Again, it's a very light color, so it goes perfectly with, you know, my eyebrow color and just kind of gives it a little bit of fullness. And I did put on the Mented Blood Orange. The one thing I will say about this, it is a matte, and I typically like a little bit more of a shine, so I'll probably put a gloss over it in the future when I wear it. All right, thanks so much. See you later. All right, so I am here with this Vike Makeup Melt to test it out, show you how it works. I have used this once before. I think it works pretty phenomenal. So basically, you're just going to spray it on your face. And it's got a nice spray. Then, just going to take a wet cloth. So look at that. It's got everything off. Basically, one smudge. Look at that. And that was a lot of makeup I had on. I did a look with the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. I mean, that got the mascara off and everything. And I really layered on the shadow. And it just all came right off. So if you see this on sale, I don't think it was terribly expensive either. Like, I think full price it was pretty reasonable. I think this is a makeup wonder. Even the lipstick came off perfect. So I would say pick this up, check it out. Definitely nice mist. Again, you're just going to spray your whole face and boom, you're all set. All right, thanks so much.